Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are. As always, it is a pleasure having you in this great channel. Today, I want to pose a question to you. Why do you think that in the whole Oka Brigade, the OKA movement or party, why do you think that Honorable Musalia Mudavadi became a very easy target for the Deputy President William Ruto? Why do you think it was very easy for William Ruto to team up with Honorable Musalia Mudavadi? This is the question that we want to answer in this video. Before we do this, if you're watching this video for the very first time, please take a moment and subscribe. Click that subscribe button. When you do this, YouTube will automatically notify you whenever we do such a video. And then by subscribing, this is the kind of support you will be giving me, and our members shall grow. Now, back to our question. Why Dr. William Ruto targeted Honorable Musalia Mudavadi? Now, as we try answering this question, the following things must not be left out, because they are the factors that will help us answer this very fundamental question. Number one is that in politics, things don't just happen. There are no coincidences in politics. Every move and every word are always choreographed. They are always orchestrated to meet a particular political objective. Have that in mind. Number two is that in politics, there are those who write the script, and then there are those who are given the script to act and dramatize. Number three, our politics is largely rooted on our ethnic regions and tribes. Number four is that money plays a very fundamental role in our politics. And as I mentioned earlier, I want to repeat here that every politician has a price tag. From the members of the county assembly to the office of the presidency, all those who are contesting and vying for those political positions can be compromised, because money plays a very important role in our politics. And so, as we try and answer the following, we must also not leave the last factor behind. We cannot leave it out. And the last factor here to consider is that every politician has a history. So that if you want to determine perhaps their political future and their political cause, you can easily look at their journey from maybe 1997, 2002, perhaps 2007, 2017. And so let us go back to our question. Why do you think that the Deputy President William Ruto found it very easy? It was a smooth sailing for him to target Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. Number one, I believe that our Deputy President Dr. William Ruto and Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi had worked together in Kanu sometimes back. In fact, in 2002, William Ruto Then a very young man who had ambitions to lead this country but could not express them because the late President Honorable Daniel Toroitich arap Moi was still in power and was influencing everything that was happening in Kanu. The Deputy President looked carefully as the drama of change was unfolding. Kenyans were tired of Kanu and they wanted change. Musalia Mudavadi, among other leaders, had ditched Kanu to join LDP. But then he came back, abandoned LDP at a time when they needed him the most. And William Samoei Ruto must have been watching every move, how the late President Daniel Toroitich arap Moi tried persuading and seducing Honorable Musalia Mudavadi to come back, how he was cheated or compromised and given a vice presidency just 3 months into the election. And so William Samoei Ruto must have studied Honorable Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, just how gullible he was, how easily he could fall into prey. Because when the LDP brigade were considering giving a mandate or appointing their flag bearer, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi was the man who was qualified to be the flag bearer, but he ditched them at a very 11th hour. And so Honorable William Samoei Ruto watched everything, and he knew the strength and the weaknesses of Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. Ladies and gentlemen, from 2002 and 2022, just some years later, William Samoei Ruto employed these very tactics, and it was very easy for him to target Honorable Musalia Mudavadi because he saw how he behaved, he saw how he conducted and carried himself in 2002, and he knew that he could not go wrong by targeting Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. Number two, it did not end there. Honorable Musalia Mudavadi came and teamed up with the Honorable Prime Minister in 2007, and William Ruto was there because he was part of the Pentagon. They worked together again. During all this time, he watched Honorable Musalia Mudavadi and every movement that he made. They did not win that presidency. And so in 2013, when Honorable Samoei Ruto teamed up with the President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to campaign, and they were facing a very strong opposition from Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Musalia Mudavadi remained with Raila for some times, and there were speculations and rumor and allegations about Musalia Mudavadi ditching them, and people discussed and predicted, and it was like he was to stay or he was to go. It is believed that the system then, as I said, choreographed and wrote the script, then gave it to Musalia Mudavadi to dramatize and act it. Musalia Mudavadi again ditched Raila Amolo Odinga, and went and contested alone. The state and the system gave him a running mate by the name Jeremiah Kioni. Now this script was written clearly and it was acted blindly by Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. Why am I saying that Honorable Musalia Mudavadi acted blindly? Number one, even in the polling station where Jeremiah Kioni comes from, Musalia Mudavadi got 0 votes. It means that Jeremiah Kioni, who was supposed to be his running mate, or who was his running mate, did not vote for him. Later, Musalia Mudavadi himself confessed that he thought, or rather he had been promised, that they would actually endorse him. Remember, William Ruto and our president had become part of the system in 2013 because they were taking over from Honorable Mwai Kibaki. And so William Ruto saw everything. He was part of the plan they crafted, or he saw it being crafted. And again, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi manifested his gullible nature, manifested his weakness in front of William Samoei Ruto. And William Samoei Ruto knew very well that Musalia Mudavadi has a weakness when it comes to making serious political decisions. And you all know that in 2017, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi came back again to work with Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. So when William Samoei Ruto was out and was fully prepared to contest for the presidency, he knew who to target, because he had seen it in 2002 how shaky Musalia Mudavadi was. He also witnessed it in 2013 when they removed him out of the equation of Raila Amolo Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka, and he went and contested alone. So it was very easy for Dr. William Samoei Ruto to target and win Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. That is number one, and that is the reason why I said that when you want to determine or discuss someone, look at their political history. Honorable Musalia Mudavadi has shown and demonstrated that he is very gullible, he is very, very vulnerable, and he cannot make serious political decisions when he is called upon to stand up and do it. Number two, I said that money plays a very important role in our politics, and I can repeat this without blinking. Our deputy president is a man who has fashioned his style of politics in a very philanthropic manner. He gives, and I've said this before, he gives 1 million shillings, not less than 1 million shillings, to every group that he meets. Mama Mboga groups, Boda groups, he calls them hustlers. He has been questioned about this, but his response has been, in fact, one of his most critic is his number one serious political nemesis, the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, who has always questioned where he gets all this money. In fact, Raila Amolo Odinga says that even Safaricom, one of the biggest companies, cannot dish out money the way William Samoei Ruto is dishing the money. But William Samoei Ruto has always responded. You know, he's a man who never lacks, or is never short of answers or reactions. He has told of the former Prime Minister, telling him that 1 million shillings that he gives almost every day is a peanut. And he adds that when he ascends to power, he will give the youth, because he says he will put aside about 100 billion Kenya shillings to expand and resuscitate their businesses. Why am I saying this? I want to believe, in my very considered opinion, that Honorable Musalia Mudavadi has been out of government for such a long period. And I'm not saying that he is poor. In fact, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi is such a rich man. He comes from a wealthy family. From his father and all the money that he has made when he's risen to power, even to the stature. At one point he was the Minister for Finance, one of the most prestigious ones, of course, in Kenya, then and now. And so, I have to admit here that Honorable Musalia Mudavadi is such a rich politician, very wealthy. But then, every politician would always want money that is coming in, not that which is going out, if I have to put it rudimentarily so. And so, I want to believe that if William Ruto can give 1 million shillings to a hustler, how much more would he give a fellow competitor to buy his loyalty or to appreciate his support? And so, like I said earlier, that every politician has a price tag. I want to believe that Honorable William Samuel Ruto told the Honorable Musalia Mudavadi to mention his price, and he appreciated him handsomely with some token of millions or billions. The speculation is out there of the amount. I don't know how much, but I want to believe that Honorable Mudavadi could not just walk in and forms or agrees to work with UDA without something in return. In short, he was paid. Number 3, and the very last one, is that, you see, if you've been watching the geographical documentaries, the National Geographical documentaries, you will realize that when an animal, those animals that always hunt, animals like predators like the lions, when they want to catch a particular prey, the first thing that they do is to identify a weakling, and then they will make sure that they separate the target from the flock or from the group or from the fellow other animals. And so the weakling will be either one that has been injured and is sleeping, one that cannot run very fast, or a young one that is very vulnerable. And then it will be very easy to catch it. Honorable Musalia Mudavadi was very vulnerable. Why? In their MOU in 2017, they are telling us that Raila Amolo Odinga had promised them that he had one last bullet, and that he promised that whether he won or lost, he was not going to contest again, that he was going to support one of the NASA members, that is Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, and Honorable Moses Wetangula. And so you all know that they did not win. They didn't reach Canaan, that destination. The journey was scuttled by some crocodiles that Raila says they met in the river. And so Raila came back after the handshake and he was sure that he was going to win. So he tried persuading his fellow NASA members to join him for the very last time to go to Canaan. But Musalia Mudavadi did not take it kindly. He thought that Raila Amolo Odinga was not honest. In fact, he mentioned it in their National Delegates Conference that matters, honesty, have got a very special place in his heart. You also remember that in the NASA coalition, the smaller parties like Ford Kenya, Amani National Congress, and even Kalonzo's Wiper Party were claiming that ODM was not very honest as far as sharing the money, the political money, political parties' funds was concerned. They were given the money, but it was after a lot of push and pull. And so, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi was very vulnerable. He was a bitter man. And so it was very easy for Dr. William Ruto to identify him, target him, and separate him. You remember what he did? Honorable William Ruto first separated him from Raila Amolo Odinga. In fact, he had declared Raila Amolo Odinga a persona non grata in his National Delegate Conference meeting in Bomas yesterday. And so Raila Amolo Odinga had been made to look like an enemy to Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi. The second thing that William Samoei Ruto did is to make sure that now that he was done with Raila, in as far as the relationship with Mudavadi was concerned, he separated Musalia Mudavadi from the OK-A team members. When they went for a special meeting to decide or to determine who becomes the flag bearer, Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi boycotted that meeting without any explanation. And so, he had been separated from his fellow members. And the third one, he did not even inform them that he had invited William Samoei Ruto as the chief guest in his National Delegate Conference. And so it was very easy for him to become a target because he was bitter. In other words, he was vulnerable. Ladies and gentlemen, these are my thoughts. And this is why I think that Honorable William Ruto found it very easy to target and catch Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. I don't know what you think. If you've got any other opinion, please let me know. Let us keep this conversation going. If you're watching this video for the very first time, please subscribe, like my video, and share it as much as you can. Keep on checking for more of these videos, and until such a time, bye.